Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Taurus for November 2021. Okay, so before I begin, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to this month, and especially anyone who's new to the channel. If perhaps for some reason you have not watched the general reading for the month of November, I'm going to post a link below this video so you can go watch that first and then come back here. And also, I'm still offering my special offer reading for the month of November, which I've been doing since the pandemic. It's my half-hour reading, which I'm extending for 1 full hour. It's $77. So what you could do is go to my webpage, theangelschool.com, and there's a link below this video, and just select the half-hour reading as it's printed there. After you do that, within 24 hours on the first business day, I will send you a confirmation email noting that special offer. Also, you don't need to do anything in terms of well, let's put it this way. Everything you need to submit your angel reading, to submit your availability for your angel reading, and the instructions about that is within that email. So wait till you get the email and just follow that clearly, okay, explicitly. And yeah, and then the next piece is there is nothing else. Look at that. Okay, I think I got it all. All right, so let's take a look here at the format. The card on the left is a message from the archangel that you'll be working with, Taurus. And the card on the right is a message from your guardian angel. So the Major Arcana card will be the archangel, and it will highlight the general theme, energy, what the lessons that you're working through. And the card on the right will be the day-to-day ways and that might be playing out in your life, and then give you advice about how to manage that. Okay, so as we begin, let's take a deep breath together. And as I always ask you to focus on your heart chakra, and just breathe and let everything go and relax your body. And they're showing this tree, and it's a very wide trunk, which is excellent. That tells me that you are really open, and it's even becoming more enormous, and channeling the frequencies from your higher self and the earth, Lady Gaia, your clear, open channel. They are showing me sort of a neck behind. There's a trunk sort of takes a bit of this shape, and what that tells me, but in this context of this wide connection, is telling me that you're more open. In terms of, it's using my symbol for vulnerability, but in this case, it's telling me that you're open more. You're less guarded, and you're really being more open and vulnerable. This is so important in terms of that we focus so much on protecting ourselves that we don't allow ourselves to really experience the full extent of life, the joy of life that's possible for us. And what we need to do is actually create boundaries so that we can be vulnerable, and that we have clear boundaries, so that when we see, and boundaries made out of love, so that we see them, we know what choice is healthy for us, right? So in that way, that's the best form of protection, focusing on what's healthy for you and releasing the rest of that, stuff, garbage, really, that the ego is just using to distract you, making you feel like you're not safe and And then you do things to the writing compensation. So when we lean on the ego, then we're constantly thinking about how to compensate, manipulate um, situations in order to hold it together. Because without those healthy boundaries, awareness of the healthy boundaries, then you really feel like you got to be on the let me see, I'm so bad at the word defense, offense, so I'm not going to use them. But you're trying to protect yourself from everything, and so you just really that's just using way more energy than is necessary. When you focus on healthy boundaries, then you're just focusing in the same alignment with opportunities, that are that resonate with you, and things that make you feel good. Okay, and let's just tune in a little bit more and just seeing what's coming up. So I just feel like you're in this better place, Taurus, this month, and that you're able to kind of roll with the punches better. They're writing the word progressive, and then they wrote right after it oppressive. So you're it feels like you are opening up to more progressive ideas, and you're really just sort of stepping out of things that feel oppressive to you. Okay, and the writing Pegasus is the winged horse, and when the winged horses, the Pegasus, bring in information from the angelic realms. So they bring in really high frequency downloads. So you're going to be getting some really high frequency downloads, and they're writing Atlantean. So there's going to be some of your Atlantean experiences from your past life in Atlantis. Some of these gifts and some of that sacred technology is going to be downloaded through you, and this is what's going to be creating sort of you're going to feel very progressive, or people are going to perceive your ideas as being progressive. And I'm also keep seeing the word responsibility. I don't know if it's that people will see you as being responsible, or you'll feel more responsible. I just saw the word straight, like as if to say you're going to be straight, like a straight shoot. I don't know if that's a phrase, but that you're going to be very clear and straightforward with people, and it's just going to bring a sense of enlightenment. One of the things is that sometimes when we judge, our ego go, oh, that was too straightforward, oh, you bruised people. But the sense I get is that you're going to have this clarity about what you present, these progressive ideas, that you're not going to feel that any longer. You're gonna know that it was heart-centered, it was directed by source, and that it will make the impact it was meant to make. You're not there to oversee the entire healing process. That's their role. So a lot of times as healers, we think we gotta walk everyone through it. No, sometimes it's just you cast that seed or throw out those ideas, and then it's whether it strikes them in a way that they feel or judge it to be harsh, or they feel it to be nurturing. It doesn't matter, because it's then up to them, because how they got it is the way they needed it, and then that then sets the stage for what their work is, and that's their role to heal and decide how rapidly they want to experience that healing. Okay, so let's take a look at the message which archangel you'll be working with. And this card fell down and I to the table. So and it does have that sort of straightforward energy. This is the renewal card, or the judgment card, and it's when that horn, the trumpet in the traditional card is sounded, it's like people come out of their holes, right? The place, the spaces that were those spaces of restriction, where of illusion, and so it's like this awakening or renewal process. I feel like it's something that's going to be very startling. It's, like being awakened by a trumpet sound early in the morning. And so I don't know, I just feel like for you there's going to be this, startling awakening in some ways. So whether it's going to happen mostly within you or the way that you affect other people, not quite sure about which. Okay, but this is a very good sign. This is that when we get that call, this is then the world card comes next, and that means that we are near the completion of our journey, that we're just about to have a new chapter experience in our lives. So whatever happens, however this sort of sparks new direction and clarity for you, it's going to be profound for you in this month. All right, now this card, I can remember the vision I saw. And it's interesting because I saw this mailbox. It was open, but it looked like nobody had really used it in a long time. It had a lot of vines circling around it because it hadn't been kept. And here we have the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups, and the person's, realizing that it's time to move on. Now, it's interesting because, let me just look at the bag here. So he's got something in his bag. I mean, it almost looks like, well, maybe he put one of the cups in the bag. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he has one of the cups in the bag with him. And so I feel like that says that along with my vision, like some message comes to you, a message of your heart, and the thing about it is it's something that's your heart's calling you. I mean, look, we got this card here, and I feel like this awakening is gonna cause you to really have a heartfelt awakening. And they just wrote the word devastation. Perhaps out of some devastation, or something that was devastating to you emotionally. It could be a relationship that you find your purpose. You know where you're going, or you realize where you must go, or that you must go. Like you might even know where you're going, but you realize that you must go. And the time for contemplation is over. There is a sense of acceptance. These are words I'm seeing. And it's just like, it's time to go. And that purpose that was driven in you, or motivated within you, is what carries you forward. It just guides you all the way. Okay? So they write in the word compact. And I get this feeling like whatever it is you're going to walk away from, don't take a lot. Take just enough. Make it compact. That, because all those vines around that thing, it's like, you got to, if you can't take it all. Like it's, look at this treasure, and I like this idea. They put it like, the other cups in a treasure chest, to say that, yeah, you prize all of them. And remember, in the Seven of Cups, that was the difficulty, because they were all these sparkling, prizes, different things, but you were confused by it all. And so maybe the confusion is paralyzing, and finally something breaks, and that one stands out above all the rest, and you realize that the rest was just illusions, but this one isn't, and this is the one you go with. So the confusion is over. You realize that you're in this confusion because you've been trying to hold on to everything instead of just holding on to what matters. And that's what they mean by that compactness. Hold on to what matters. And that in this month, you're going to know what matters to you. And that's going to be the wake-up call that you experience. It may be devastating because of the things you're sacrificing, leaving behind, but this change is really necessary. All right, so Taurus, I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of November. God bless you. Oh, see, they're doing it again. They wrote the word eclipse, and I know that there's an eclipse around the full moon. So pay attention to that. It's interesting. This moon actually almost looks like a little bit like an eclipse, although it could be a waning moon. But just pay attention to that. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.